Hello and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. We're baking today, one of my favourite things to do, and we're going into the latest book, which is the More Cooking for One or Two, which is my favourite at the moment, dare I say, and we're going to make a recipe from this book. In the baking section, it's this little baby over here, it's the banana bread. Oh, who doesn't love a slice of banana bread? Oh, well, you're going to have guilt-free banana bread today because I'm going to show you how to make it where it's only 3.1 grams of fat. A lot of times banana bread is packed with oil. No, we're not going there with this recipe. It's fabulous. So what you need is Floralite margarine. And this is how I work out how to cut the fat down of a lot of the recipes, especially in the baking. So we're going to melt that. We want 3 tablespoons or 45 grams if you want to just weigh it. I might as well just get that going now, and I'm going to melt that. I'm going to put it on a lower power so it doesn't splatter everywhere, and do that for 30 seconds. All right, so that's that done. Now I've got 2 tablespoons of sugar. So you don't need a lot of sugar in this because the secret ingredient is a sachet of my iced coffee shake, which is sweet. And of course the bananas, which will bring sweetness to it as well. So it's quite a good carb one and calorie one as well. Now, this recipe does need a shake in it. There's something that happens when you bake with the shake. It just takes it to another level. Trust me, I tried it without and we could really tell the difference. Now, if you're not a coffee person, don't worry. I've got other flavors. I've got the chocolate, I've got the vanilla, and I've also got the dairy-free, and I'll tell you about how to do the dairy-free version in a minute. But you can buy them single sachets. You don't have to buy a whole box of 14. But stay tuned because there's going to be a fabulous win at the end. Oh, dare I say. All right, so let's check the ingredients one more time so we're clear. 2 egg whites, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons or 45 grams of margarine, the flora, it's melted, a sachet of the iced coffee. We want a cup of mashed banana. I want ripe, so see how that's nice and brown. I've actually let them develop for a few days knowing that I was going to be making this for you. You're also going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb soda. We've got some cooking spray and self-raising flour. Boom. All right, so what I might do first is I'm going to mash the banana because there's not a lot of prep with this. Now, in the recipe I say you need about 3 medium. Well, they only had this size bananas in the supermarket. So I might actually try it first with just 2 because these are really large, I think, anyway. And you mash. And the riper, the better, because that's where you get that natural sweetness. And it really is one of my favourite bakes. I love it. And I've always liked banana bread, but I couldn't have it because it's so high in fat, and normally they pack it with sugar as well. So I thought I'm going to try my own version, and I couldn't get it right. And then I don't know what made me think to add a sachet of the shake in. I really don't. I just did it. I think this doesn't look like it's going to be a cup, but let's have a look and see. All right, so we want a cup. Oh, it smells beautiful. It's a great recipe if you do have, like I bought bananas and got them ripened, but if you've got, you know, really rotten bananas, this is the recipe. Look at that, 1 cup. All right, well, we learned something today. It's either 3 medium or 2 large bananas. Boom. All right. I might keep the scraper because I'll need that later. All right, so we're pretty well ready to go. I'll just get the marge out. My oven is preheated to 180 degrees, okay? So make sure you've got that going, and you want the light to come out of it, turn off, so you know that it's ready. All right, so let's get started. Oh my gosh, I love this recipe. Thanks for joining me. Okay, what do we do first? Oh yes, calm down, Annette. 2 egg whites. Now, people say to me, why don't you put the yolks in? Well, I've just saved 12 grams of fat. You don't know when you're eating this. You're not going to go, oh, I love the egg yolks in this recipe. No, it works beautifully. The egg whites are what gives it the raising ability There's nutrients in the egg white. The yolk is just a bit high in fat, so I'm not going there. Don't need it for the recipe. Why put it in? That's what I say. So we're putting the sugar in, and let's just beat that. Oh no, wait a minute, hello. Let's put the sachet in as well. There we go. There it is. Let the magic begin now, people. So let's beat that up. Remember, if you don't like coffee, use the vanilla shake, the chocolate shake, or the dairy-free. I've actually made it with all of them, and they are all a treat. My preference is definitely the coffee though, because I don't know, it's fabulous in it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the margarine to the apple, the banana. There we go. And then we're going to put the bicarb in. Probably not a very big cup, but that's okay. What I might do is I might mix this in first. And why I'm mixing that in there is just to cool the margarine down a bit. And now what we do is put in half a teaspoon of the bicarb. And this is an important ingredient in my baking because it helps lighten the baking up. But always blend it with a liquid of some sort or sift it in. That way you don't get the taste, you know, a piece of bicarb in your mouth. There we go, mixing that in. In we go. What do I do? Here's my scraper. This is such an easy recipe to make, and can I tell you, really easy to eat. All right, so let's combine that. And all we have to do now, and I like it if you can look in there, you can see there's chunks of banana in there because I don't want it too smooth. And then, should I get my sifter? Yes. I mean, our flour's pretty good, but it's not a bad idea, is it? 1 cup of sifted self-raising flour. And that's all we need for this recipe. Fold that in. It freezes really well, so you know you can. What I do is slice it up, wrap it in cling wrap, so we've got individual serves, and then freeze it so that you can pop it out into your lunchbox, take it to work, you know, whatever you want to do there. Now, if you have got already had my iced coffee shake, then you would have also, which is what goes with every shake packet, is a 14-day with a box. So with a box, here's the iced coffee one at the moment. With a box, you get a 14-day menu plan here, and you download it. And it has 14 days using the shake, showing you how I really want you to use shakes. It's not about just having only shakes in your diet. It's about blending it in with everything else and eating healthy. And in that, you get some free recipes. And I originally made this for this. And if you have it, it makes enough for 12. So it's a bigger recipe. But I love it so much, I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it into a small one and include it in the more cooking. And so this serves 8, whereas the one in the menu plan that you get from the box serves 12. All right, I'm just going to go to the sink. This is just a normal size loaf tin. It's not a large one. Good spray. And now we're just going to pour the mix in. Now, banana bread, you know, I've got banana cakes. I've got a few different recipes. I've got a chocolate banana cake. I've got a banana cake. I like putting banana in baking. I've got muffins with the blueberry banana. Like, you know, it is a bit yum with banana in it because it's a natural sweetener, as well as I love the texture it gives. But Let me get all of that in. Thank you very much. In my soapy sink. But, you know, having a treat, you know, if you want to call this a treat, and still go on a weight loss program, it's important that you're not just living off grilled fish and salad. And that's why I have all these great baking recipes and everything in moderation. That's why I said slice it up and freeze it. All right. And the great news is with banana bread, it's really good served fresh or toasted. Yes. Now I'm going to put this in the oven. Remember, it's 180 degrees fan force. I'm going to bake it. It says 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to do 35 because my oven can be a bit hot. And I'm going to come back after I've cleaned everything up here. Cleaned it all up, and I'll show you how fabulous my banana bread is. All right. The oven's beeping at me, so I think our time is done for the banana bread. Let's get that out. Oh, it looks amazing. Yummy. I'll let it sit there for a minute and I'll bring it out in a minute, but I just want to tell you that you can win this cookbook that it's in if you want this week, but we're also adding a bonus gift. And that's right, not only will you get the book, $14.95, but you also get a box of shakes. And so you can pick which flavour you want. So you get the whole box, 14 sachets. You can have the dairy-free vanilla, you can have the creamy vanilla, or you could have the wicked chocolate, or the iced coffee. You get to pick. So it's a double win. So who wants to get that? Well, all you have to do is like, share, and then in the comments, hashtag Simply Too Good. Be in it to win it. And you're just I'm gonna pick 3 people, and I hope you are the winner. Now, next week's show is gonna be fabulous. I'm going back to book 1, and it's chicken in a hurry. Now, this is really a recipe when you are in a hurry. That's why I called it that. It's so quick, it's so easy. Basically, you just got to chop an onion up. You are good to go. So don't miss next week's show because it's fabulous. And that's out of book 1. I'll just make sure nothing is sticking. And I'll turn it out this way. There we go. Voila! Woohoo! There you go. Oh, banana bread. Now this is enough for 8 slices. So what you do is you cut that down the middle and then you cut 4 on each side. Yes, fresh or toasted. Who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Now if you want any more recipes or tips, don't forget to go to simplytoogood.com.au and there's lots of resources there for you. So here we go. There is the banana bread, another Thursday with Annette, done and dusted. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next week. Remember, chicken in a hurry. You want to be here for that one. Take care now.